Hello everyone, welcome back to this segment of the class. So crumb coating is essentially a thin layer of icing used to lock in crumbs and provide an even base to your cake before the final coat of buttercream or fondant. That is if you're working with a fondant. When you crumb coat your cake, you are simply eliminating cake pieces from coming loose during the cake decorating process. And one of the tools used to crumb coat a cake is an offset spatula. So what I am using to transfer cream on the cake is called an offset spatula or simply a spatula. So this spatula is one of the ways you can use to transfer cream on your cake. So in the final coating video, I'll be showing you another way, which is using a piping bag to transfer your cream on the cake. But for this crumb coating segment, I am just showing you how you can use your offset spatula to transfer cream on your cake, just as you see me doing. So another tool we use here is a bench scraper. So position your bench scraper in a very straight motion. Please don't position it in a slanted motion. And if you have this V shape, yeah, you're on the right track. And do a single swipe with your turntable, take off the excess cream and go over again. So basically what we are doing here is we're just putting a thin layer of buttercream on the cake. So most of the buttercream I added on this cake earlier on, I am taking it off anyway. So don't be shy to add buttercream to any gaps or any space you feel like covering again. So because I like doing a very clean crumb coating, so your crumb coating doesn't necessarily have to be so perfect like mine, but if you have to, go over it as much as you can. So this is me using the offset spatula to pull in the excess cream at the top of the cake. Now that we've locked in our cake crumbs, let's move on to the final coating. Hello everyone, welcome back to this segment of the class. So in the last segment, I showed you how I crumb coated a cake and I used a palette knife to transfer cream on a cake in that segment. So in this segment of the class, where I'll be showing you how I decorated this cake, I am using a piping bag to transfer cream on the cake. So piping bag is one of the easiest way you can use to transfer cream on a cake, and as a beginner, I think it's going to be very easy for you to work with as compared to using your palette knife to transfer cream on the cake after crumb coating your cake. So just transfer the cream on the cake just the way you see me doing, and close the mouth of the piping bag by twisting it and putting your hand on it. So you'll be putting pressure from the bottom of the piping bag while you do the rotation with your turntable, just as you see me doing in the video. So having a turntable is something you should invest in, and make sure you let the cream go around the cake. So this is a scraper, and in this position, this is how your scraper should stay. Make your hand straight and not slanted, please, in that V position, and go around your cake in just one rotation. After doing the one rotation, take off the excess buttercream and go around your cake again. You can go more than 2 times depending on how smooth your cake is. But if you see any air pockets or gaps in your cake, take some buttercream and fill these gaps with the buttercream. And do not forget to also smooth the top of your cake, guys. It's very important. So I can decide I want to leave my cake this way, but I also want to show you that you can use another cake comb to achieve different pattern on your cake depending on your desired design rather. So if you don't like that first cake comb I use, that's the scraper I use, that stainless scraper, you can use the second one. And then for the top of the cake, you can decide to use your palette knife or use this cake comb to create another pattern at the top of the cake. So the reason why I'm not using my palette knife for this second video is because I want to also show you that you can use another cake comb to achieve a particular texture on your cake, and it's going to really add some fine detailing to your cake. So for this cake, I also used some edible gold beads to design the side of the cake. So I placed these gold beads in strategic patterns, so just give me a fine design because I wanted something simple for the cake. For the borderline, I am using a 1M piping tip, and I'm also testing how it's going to look on my scraper first before placing the borderline on top of the cake. So this is called a shell borderline. You can practice before you place this design on your cake. So I also added some gold beads on top of the cake for detailing. And I would recommend, as a beginner, please use stoppers because your writing skill is not yet good. So guys, this is the finished work of our cake. Look at how pretty our cake is looking.